Yeah, this is looking like a long one for sure. I'm not sure. Okay, so it's saying that the whole thing plus the tail is 5.5k. Yeah, the tail itself is actually not that long. But yeah, it is pretty long. This is written by, it says here Rimple, but it also says Operation Over Meta. They have, I'm not sure. This is a little bit confusing, but I think they have 3 anomalies that they wrote. And this one is called an unorthodox adoption. This one is pretty long. So I will read the whole thing plus the tail, because like the tail itself is actually pretty short. Well, is it actually? Hold on. I mean the tail is like medium, but yeah, I'll read the whole thing. It's the second last one. I'll read the whole thing. Here we go. So this is SCP net version 1.3.7 active sector access SCP 2338. Accessing this file is not currently available. File is marked with 1 comment. Access SCP 2338. This article is currently under rewrite. If you need to access the files, use the rel flag, which should be up and running by the 27th. Access, okay. So yeah, as you can see here, this is, I mean, interviews are usually not as long to get through, but there's also this. Okay, let's get started. Please note, as of the 23rd, 10th, 2013, this article is deprecated, okay? Object class safe, special containment procedures. All SCP-2338 instances are contained in a low security dorm of Site 19's E block. Instances of SCP-2338 are to be kept to a regular daily schedule, mimicking that of non-anomalous children, with education in accordance with Standard Foundation's curriculum for child humanoid anomalies. Requests for toys, games, and accessories are to be provided at the discretion of the dorm supervisor. Dorm supervisors to organize for checkups on each instance with the site pediatrician not less than once every 2 months. Description: SCP-2338 is a group of anomalous children between the ages of 8 and 15 recovered from Carson City, Nevada in 2010. All 23 instances of SCP-2338 were homemade animal costumes that appear to be bonded to their bodies via an unknown procedure. Oh boy. Lovely. Attempts to remove these costumes, surgically or otherwise, have met with failures in all instances and are prohibited at this time. A number of children possess low-level anomalous ability corresponding to the animal that they are addressed as. Okay, depending on what animal they are, okay. All instances of SCP-2338 lack noses, ears, and mouths. Despite this, subjects show an unhindered capacity to smell. I just want another song. Sure. Smell and hear and taste. Instances are capable of gaining nutrition by touching suitable food to the mouths. Of their costumes and appear to be breathe in a similar fashion. Also, they also have a mask, it sounds like. As all instances are unable to speak, they have been taught ASL to ease communication. This is just Five Nights at Freddy's. Just a child inside some sort of costume, but instead of an animatronic. So here we have the instances, which I assume is working all of them. Okay. So this designation, costume description, additional notes. Okay. Number 1. Child is dressed as a ram. Costume is well made. Torso consists of a sheet of black silk covered in cotton wool, which has been spray painted gold. Child wears large black paper mache mask of a ram's head, complete with horns. Head lacks a lower jaw. Child wears black trousers and sleeves, and feet are replaced with paper mache hoofs. Additional note says blood work matches -1 to Jason Broad, reported missing. Oh, there's some missing children too. 25th, 10th, 2010 at age 9. Number 2, child is dressed as a frog. Child wears green clothing, including green gloves, with close webbing between fingers. Head is covered with a large paper mache frog. Head featuring a long pink strip of cloth representing a tongue. Flies made of crumpled black craft paper are glued to the tongue at semi-regular intervals. Bloodwork matches -2 to Emis Xanthopoulos, reported missing 31st, 10th, 2010 at age 11. -2 is a semi-amphibious capable of remaining underwater for up to 20 minutes before surfacing for air. -2 is extremely hindered in ASL by its webbed gloves and is no longer allowed to access the sharp objects following attempts to cut the webbing. Ugh. Number 3, child is dressed as a dog. Child wears a Dalmatian spotted onesie with ears and paws. The hood of the onesie is pulled low over the head, obscuring the upper face. The lower face seems to have been face painted with spots and a canine nose and a mouth. A pink tongue pokes out of a painted mouth. Bloodwork matches -3 to Damien Crowder. Let me see something here. Jason Bro. Okay, now the names are not like referencing the animal. Damien Couch, because like Dalmatian Damien, maybe. Reported missing 1st, 11th, 2010 at age 6. -3 shows motivation and attention issues and is currently being tested for suspected ASD ADHD. No, I think it's just that it's a dog. Number 4, child is dressed as a unicorn. Well, that's baller. Child is a dragon. Child wears white clothing with a multicolored cloth mane running from the head to down to the back. Hands and feet are both covered with paper mache hooves. A paper mache horn is affixed to the head with a thick pink plastic headband. Headbands appear to have slipped down, covering the child's eyes. Bloodwork matches -4 to Goldie Gas, reported missing. Same as here as this guy, as Hermes at age 10. Number 5 is child is dressed as a snake. A large green cloth costume with yellow, orange underbelly runs from the child's neck to the ground with holes for child's arms and legs. A green hood with hand-painted eyes and fangs is pulled low over the child's upper face. Bloodwork matches number 5 to Cletus Vance, reported missing 2nd, 11th, 2010 at age 9. That 5 is severely dyslexic. Number 6, child is dressed as a donkey. Costume appears store-bought and resembles the cartoon character Eeyore from The Adventure of Winnie the Pooh. The head of the costume has been modified to fully cover the top half of the child's face. Bloodwork matches to Martha Gary, reported missing again 31st. A lot of them seem to be like Halloween children at age 8. Number 7, child does not wear a costume. Child's upper face is obscured by a red cloth blindfold with a paisley pattern. Child holds a plastic pail styled as a jack-o'-lantern in its right hand. Bloodwork has not been able to match -7 to the missing child. -7 refuses to communicate and will not play games with the other children, but will work on mathematics problems enthusiastically. When asked to produce self-portraits, -7 will label itself Mikey, 9 years old. Okay. 8, child is dressed as a tiger. Child wears a full-face plastic tiger mask with a growling mouth. Child wears a short-sleeved tiger pattern t-shirt and orange trousers. Child wears heavy paw gloves in both hands. Gloves are black with sections of fur spray-painted orange. Bloodwork matches -8 to Simon Brown, reported missing 31st, 10th, again Halloween at age 9 and 10. Child not dressed as a dragon. Yeah! Costume is extremely well made with multiple painted paper mache parts covering a half tunnel between the two children. -9 is within the head of the dragon, which features a hinged mechanism for opening and closing. -10 forms the back of the dragon. Bloodwork matches 9 and 10 to Saffron Dane and Benedict Chang, respectively. Both were reported missing Halloween at age 12. As Dashley is incapable of displaying its hands beneath its costume, messages are usually relayed through -9, whose hands are and torso can be seen when the mouth of the costume is left open. The agitator is currently attempting to learn to ride with his feet. That's impressive. Number 11, child is dressed as a spider. Child wears all black clothing. Hooded jacket. Jacket has additional arms sewn to it, composed of tight stuff with cotton wool. Hood is pulled low over the face and covered a large googly eyes. Bloodwork matches 11 to Jenny Childs, reported missing 2nd, 11th, 2010. That's also another one that's happening a lot. It's just like 3 days after Halloween, so maybe that's the connection. 11 is deaf and has been diagnosed with ASD. Number 12, this is going to take so long. Child is dressed as a cat. Child wears black leotard with sewn on closed tail on its head. Child wears cat ear headband and large black sunglasses painted with cat-like eyes. Bloodwork matches 12 to Ali Bechtel. Okay, reported missing Halloween at age 10. The 13, child is dressed as an alligator. Child wears a dark green onesie with a scale pattern. A large copper crocodile head adorned with green scrapbook papers covers the face. Bloodwork matches 13 to Akinyi Anse, reported missing Halloween at age 9. Number 14, child is dressed as an owl. Child wears a long-sleeved lime green t-shirt with a cape of brown cloth attached to the wrist with purple Velcro straps to form wings. The back of the cape and front of the torso are covered in multicolored feathers glued on in clumps. The upper half of the child's face is covered with a purple foam mask cut in a rough semicircle. Orange foam circles are used to designate the eye sockets. A yellow foam triangle in the middle pointed downwards represents the beak. Bloodwork matches 14 to Sun Hee Jeon, reported missing Halloween at age 9. 14 shows an ability to hover and glide using its wings. Notably better than average eyesight. 14 excels in ASL despite issues with mobility due to wings. 14 requires medication to regulate its hormone production. 15. Child is dressed as a snail. Child wears an orange hoodie with hood pulled low to obscure upper face. Painted styrofoam eyes are fixed to hood with orange pipe cleaners. A rolled up mattress representing a shell is strapped to child's back. Bloodwork matches 15 to Tommy O'Donovan, reported missing Halloween at age 6. 16. Child is dressed as a caterpillar. Child wears a green and black striped long sleeve t-shirt. A red beanie is pulled over the child's face. Large green felt circles representing eyes are sewn on asymmetrically. Bloodwork matches 16 to Jamie Doinen, reported missing Halloween at age 7. On the 30th, 2nd, 2013, 16's costume began to change, sprouting small pink cloth wings. Oh, because caterpillars are nice as a butterfly. Not a butterfly again! 16 hasn't yet shown any ability to fly with its wings. 16 is to be tested bi-monthly while its wings continue to grow. 17, child is dressed as a ladybird. Child wears a red polka dotted dress and red fairy wings. Face is covered with a black painted paper plate with white smiling face. Bloodwork matches -17 to Minerva Wells, reported missing. This is a different one. No, that's not different. That's the one. That's just the third day that we gotten. First, 11, it's literally a day after Halloween. 17 is capable of limited flight with use of its wings. 18, child dressed as a penguin. Child wears an oversized black blazer over a white shirt. A triangle of yellow cloth representing a beak has slipped out of place, covering the child's eyes. Sorry. Bloodwork matches 18 to Anthony Dalton, reported missing Halloween at age 9. Yeah, they all been missing like 3 Halloween and then 3 days, between 3 days of each other. So yeah, the majority of them has been missing Halloween. Child is dressed as an octopus. Child wears a blue t-shirt with 8 stuffed socks sewn onto the bottom hem. A blue beanie hat with a printed smiley face pattern is pulled over the child's upper face. Bloodwork matches 19 to Caden Smith. Reported missing Halloween at age 6. 20. Child is dressed as a wolf. Yeah, wolves! Child wears large black fur coat and black gloves. A latex wolf mask covers child's face. Child hands are painted black with white triangles representing claws on the back. Bloodwork matches 20 to Hiawatha Tahaswungalolas. Reported missing Halloween at age 10. 21st. Child is dressed as a raccoon. Child wears an oversized black and gray strapped onesie with stitched on ears. Child wears a black felt domino mask with no eye holes. Face is partially painted with gray and black stripes. Bloodwork matches 21 to Ron Lotor, reported missing Halloween at age 5. 21 has issues with bladder control and is to receive toilet training in accordance with his doctor's recommendations. Is that something he can control, or is it something that the suit makes him do? 22nd, child is dressed as a platypus. Child wears a turquoise hoodie and slacks with a brown auburn glove attached to the back of his waist with an elasticated band. Child lower face is covered with a large plastic bill. Child wears a khaki trilby, which has slipped down, covering its eyes. Bloodwork matches 22 to Perry Staines. Perry! Reported missing 1st 11th 2010 at age 7. And then the last one, 3rd 23. Yeah, child is dressed as a pterodactyl. Child wears a white t-shirt printed with the logo of the Jurassic Park film series. A mask made of cereal box covers child's face. 2 halves of the cardboard roll are sellotape to mask representing the mouth. Large asymmetric A large asymmetric cardboard wings colored with marker are sellotaped to the child's arms. Bloodwork matches 23 to Balbina Cerrone, reported missing Halloween at age 11. 23 is capable of sustained flight with use of its wings. Limitations of the costume make some mobility issues difficult for 23, as bending of the wings is not possible without great pain. 23 used a modified form of ASL for communication. Okay, that's just the beginning. We got more to read. Containment log 2338. MTF DAT 12 peculiar yellow. Date November 6, 2010. Location Carson City, Nevada. Debrief. I'm just gonna call it E. I know it's not E, but I'm just gonna call it E. 12 activated. Although maybe we can just look up what this means. Okay, so she is the 14th. Okay, how do you pronounce it? I'm just going to say she. Xi. I'm just going to say Xi 12. Activated. Following a series of missing persons report mentioning. Well, actually, maybe Xi 12? Xi 12. Reports mentioning children fading into darkness near the end of October in Eagle Valley. Investigation led Xi 12 to suspect the involvement of a local set of GOY 27F5 or Stolen for Future, who have been involved in child kidnapping cases previously. Naughty. Is Xi 12 Chris Hansen? The rate of the sex headquarters at Cardinal Way is authorized at 23:30 hours on November 5th. Raid revealed 12 members of the sect and 23 children living within the basement. All members lacked mouths and seemed to be unable to communicate details of the sect's operation. A note addressed to Brian was found in the kitchen. Brian, they're onto you. The police, the FBI, whoever. I tried to snap them for you, but I still can't get this new camera working. There's no time to collect the models, just run. We're going to have to put them down anyway. Notes the identity of Brian is unknown and could not be matched with any of the incarcerated members of the GRY 27F5. It is believed at this time that the sender and receiver of this node are still at large. Psi-12 has been assigned to the duty of seeking out this individual, POI 27F5-1 and -2, as well as any additional members of the sect. Interview log 2, 8/11/2010, interviewed number 11, which was the spider one. Junior researcher Alistair Smeaton, Department of Humanoid Anomalies. -11 was selected for interview due to its age and for ease of communication. Is he the oldest? Wasn't there like a 14? No, that's 11. Sorry. How old is -11? 9. Okay. It's not the oldest. Interesting choice then. Interesting choice. Well, look who it is. Vinvon. How long has it been? Welcome. Also, forgive me for what? What did I do? Actually was selected for interview due to the age of due to its age and for ease of communication. Dashlem has been legally deaf since birth and has existing ability in ASL, allowing it to communicate effectively despite lacking a mouth. Hello, Jenny. I'm Al. How are you today? I'm lots better than yesterday. Are you my new doctor? I know she doesn't have a voice. Oh, the title of the stream. Oh, I completely forgot. Yeah, I completely forgot. I know she doesn't speak, but we just can give her a voice anyway. I'm lots better than yesterday. Are you my new doctor? Are you going to do more tests on me? No, Jenny. I'm just here to talk about what happened to you. Do you want to talk about it? -11 hesitates. Am I allowed to say no? Of course you are, Jenny. How about we play a game and you can talk about whatever you want? -11 selects Jenga from Dr. Smeaton's game box. I love this. -11 and Dr. Smeaton begin to set up to the tower. -11 attempts to use her additional costume limbs to place a piece atop the tower. Knocking over. How are you, Vinvon? It's been a while. It's been like what? When was the last time you checked in? Months? Everything going okay on your side? Everything going well? Oh, I'm sorry. Do we have to stop now? Why would we have to stop? It's been at least 2 days. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. My brother says I've been doing great. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I got a little. I've actually, let me actually see how it's pronounced. Rhinitis. For my race today. So my nose is all like acting up. Oops, I have this open twice for some reason. It's like all like itchy, runny, burning, the whole shebang. So that's why I was like, oh, I'm a little bit tired and this is happening at the same time. So, but yeah, we have to stop. Why do we have to stop? My brother says if you knock it over while you're setting it up, you automatically lose and you have to stop. Well, that's not the rules of in my office. You can. You can knock it over as many times as you want and we'll still be able to play. Does that sound good? How long am I going to be here? I've never been away from home this long before. Unfortunately, we don't know how long it will be until you can go home. Hopefully soon. Okay, maybe if you beat me, I can tell you about what happened. That sounds like a fun challenge. They play Jenga for the next 10 minutes. Dr. Smeaton loses on his 5th turn. Well, drat, I really am hopeless at this. Dash 11 hesitates. Am I not allowed to tell you now? You can tell me if you want to. I think I want to. It was scary, but it might help you fix us, right? It will help us understand you. That might mean fixing you, but you know I can't promise anything. That's okay. There are lots of cameras. Who did? The people who kidnapped you? Yes, but they didn't kidnap me. They were just helping me with my costume. What issues were you having with it? Dash 11 gestured to itself. It was stuck. I was out with my friends trick-or-treating, and then everything got dark, and when I woke up it was stuck. They just wanted to help me get it off. They took lots of pictures which I didn't like. They got angry when I wanted to go home. Said my mommy wouldn't want me when I was a spider. Dash 11 because that is fucking cruel to say to a child, like, your mom will not want you because you're a spider now. Dash 11 begins to sob, motions as if wiping nose on sleeve. Then they put me downstairs with the other kids, and they were all like me. I wasn't expecting that. I knew Hermes from school, so yeah, because like a lot of them got vanished on the same day, so I assume that some of them knew each other. What was that sign? Who? Dash 11 finger spells. Hermes. E-R-M-I-S. He's a frog now. Anyway, that's mostly it. The men with the yellow helmets came in and I tried to talk to them, but they didn't understand sign, and now I'm here. Did you ever hear anyone being referred to as Brian? Yeah, Brian's the one who found me after everything went dark and my costume got stuck. He took the most pictures. I never saw him after they put me downstairs. What did they say the pictures were for? I'd like to stop talking about it now. Can we play another game? Okay, well, we got some information. That's the worst. Teasing the sneeze, but then not actually doing it. Notes. While the interview went for another half an hour, no important information was gleaned from it. In a subsequent interview, Dash then was asked to draw pictures of Brian. Picture can be found within the file for POI 27F5-1. Incident 2013101904. Oh, it's just a date. It's just a date. No, it's not. No, it is a date. It's not, at least if this part right here. I'm not sure about the 4th. Maybe it's the time. And on 19th 2013, Site 19 E-Block suffered a major security breach resulting in 30 casualties and 4 severe injuries. So we're currently incapable of interrogating the persons involved. The motivations are unknown. Investigation into the possible involvement of major GOIs is underway. Interview 32, date 20th 10th 2013. We have Ryoko Sato as interviewed. An interviewer, Dr. Zimowit Blajewski, Doctor of Humanoid Containment Site 19. Miss Sato is the assigned supervisor and tutor for SB2338 instances. Interview occurs in room 7, A&E Department, Site 19, following incident 2013, 10th, 9th, and 4. Hi. See, you here to talk about the kids, right? Right. What do you need to know? Anything that seems relevant, Ryoko? We just need your side of the story for the records. Okay. Yes, I can do that. Can I talk about the morning or just skip to... The morning sounds like a good starting point. How are the kids? They were antsy. Oh, it's already 1 in the morning, so there's a new SCP out now. Which one is out? It's not that one. It's the one where the father and the son like had a fight, and then the father was like feeling like very like guilty, and then thousands of clones of him existed. They were antsy. There's no when the checkups are coming up, though. Lots of them get comfortable or anxious around the other doctors. Some of them are just excited to get out of the dorm. I do what I can, but they're still cooped up in there, you know? Mr. begins to cough. You need me to get in you anything, Ryoko? Water? No, I'm fine. Just how to speak. How's your sign? I'll keep up. Mr. switches to a combination of ASL and GSL. Oh, so Japan. Is GSL Japanese sign language? I decided, given the mood of the classroom, I put aside the intended class for the day, long division, and do something that would let them talk more. Went through an introduction to the Stonewall riots. I let them talk about whether or not violent protest was morally justifiable. Jenny, -11 made a great point about how violence only begets more violence, but here Arthur, -20 talked about the need for demonstrative violence to disrupt corrupt systems. I felt like things were going well. They were fueling the energies into thinking about the class, which is good. Sorry, I'm rambling. This is hard to talk about. I got other kids. I'm not able to discuss the children right now, Ryoko. We need to get your statement first. Oh God, unintelligible due to shaking hands. Misala takes a deep breath and flaps her hands. Dr. Blazhevsky places his hand on her knee. It was about 11:30. I was just about to move on to the tectonic plates, continental drift. I heard the children talking about how cool volcanoes were last week. Thought I'd treat them. I brought in a box full of materials for making models. Volcanoes had it hidden behind my desk. Mr. Sala smiles briefly and squeezes Dr. Blazhevsky's hand. She swallows heavily, grimacing, then continues. There was a loud noise in the hall outside. 3 gunshots. Bang, bang, bang. The kids started panicking. Miss Frizzle, how dare you? You're right, but how dare you? They have been screaming if they had mouths. I felt like I should be screaming too. I got them quiet. Teacher voice works wonders in any situation. Then I got them lined up and we headed down towards their bunks. I think I told them it was a drill. I don't know if they believe me, especially since they seen me hit the panic button to start the alarm. I tried to move fast, but I didn't want to panic them. I could have moved faster if... We know you did everything you could, Ryoko. Please don't punish yourself for this. It's not your fault in any way. I know that rationally. I just can't stop thinking about the things I could have done, Z. We lost 7 staff today, most of them directed under me. Trust me, Ryoko, I know exactly how you're feeling. On line of work, most people here go through something like this in their time here. Dr. Blazhevsky hands Misato a tissue. We can stop here if you need, Ryoko. No, it's okay. Where was I? I was bringing them towards their bunks. When we were in the common room, I took a head count. Only 22 kids. We're missing Jenny. Jenny, she's distractible. Gets so burdened what she's doing. Plus, she's deaf. Wouldn't have heard the gunshots. I told the kids to go to the rooms and not come out until I came back for them. Then I ran to the classroom. Jenny realized everyone was gone, I guess. Wasn't there. So I went to the playroom. She was looking for us in the hallway near the entrance. There were 2 men standing behind her. One had a gun. I couldn't call out to her. I couldn't do anything. Misala covers her mouth with her left hand, holding back sobs. She continues to finger spell with her right hand. TheyShother. They shot her. Dr. Blazhevsky fetches Mrs. Sutter a glass of water. Mrs. Sutter slowly sips it and calms down enough to continue. After Jenny, they started heading down the hallway towards me. They hadn't seen me, so I had a second or two to hide. I tried to hide behind my desk. Forgot I had all the volcano making stuff there. They saw me the second I came in. I tried to run, but they caught me. Demanded to know where the kids were. Said I wasn't an aberration. They wouldn't kill me if I cooperated. So, did you... Fuck no! They were there to kill the kids. I knew the longer I delayed things, the more chance security would get there in time to help. The security they hadn't already killed. When they realized I wasn't going to play nice, they shot me in the stomach and went searching. God, Jesus, Miss Southern went through a lot of shit. I could see that they were headed in the general direction of the dorm, so I tried to get up, but the pain, it was unbearable. So I crawled, dragged myself along on my side, didn't have a plan, just, I don't know. I guess I still had it in my head I could stop them. Maybe security arrived, I could yell, get them there faster, maybe I... Miss Sutter rubs her face, just like how I did. Except, of course, I think she rubbed the whole face, not just the chin. I don't know. They got there before me. I heard 4 gunshots, then the pause, 3 more. More and more. I was crying, I think. But I was still pulling myself along. When I got to the common room, they were still there, going through each bunk, shooting at the kids inside. I tried to shout for them to run. I guess Tommy heard me. -1. He and Hiawatha made a break for it. This is fucked up. These kids did not, like, these kids were, first of all, like, put in a situation that they don't deserve to be in, and now you tell me some guys showed up and just shot them all? Gunmen heard me too, though, I guess. Shot them too. Then they saw me. That must have been when they shot me in the neck. Minnesota raises her hand into her neck cast. Oh, is that... So she must have been able to, like, speak before, but then, like... Or, like, speak better before, but then they shot her in the neck, and now her voice is, like, all fucked up. Do you remember anything afterwards before security arrived? Not much, see. I wasn't able to see anything. I was blacking out. But I heard one of the men screaming, the other falling to the ground. The gunshot stopped. I started to feel like I was drowning. The air was thick and soupy. And then I was rising. Up. Up, up. I felt warm, safe, protected. I felt like if I had died right there, it would have been okay. The Sutter shrugs. And that's it. That's all I remember. Can you tell me about the kids now, Z? Are they, any of them? There's one survivor. One? Yoko, I'm so sorry. It's clear you went above and beyond. Who? What? Which child? -14. Miss Sutter nods. Sunhee, he's alive. Okay. Interviewer chose to end interview at this time. What the fuck, man? So, Sator 4, is that hers? No, that's somebody else then. Close call, closing, exit. Are you sure you want to exit? This will invalidate your token. And they say yes. But we're not done yet. This is just section 1 out of 3. We have this thing now. Please note, as of the 23rd, 10th, 2013, this article is deprecated. SCP, Euclid Special Containment Procedures. SCP is to be contained within a water tank suitable for SCP size. The air outside of SCP tank is to be kept at an absolute humidity of smaller than 0.001. Consistent water flow is to be maintained within the tank to mimic tidal conditions. Live fish and prawn are to be introduced twice a day for feeding. Personnel entering the tank are to exercise, what is this one called it in? It's called an unorthodox adoption, yeah? Personnel entering the tank have to exercise extreme caution to avoid contact with any parts of SCP. Looks like a jellyfish. Cool looking jellyfish, gotta say. Jellyfish are so, like, jellyfish look truly alien if you think about it. Like, just the way that they're shaped. SCP within its containment tank. Gotcha. SCP is an unusually large black sea nettle jellyfish, approximately 40 foot 40 foot long. $12 meters. Jellyfish don't even have brains. They may as well be alien. Yeah, it's just 90% like water and 10%. I don't even know what they call it. Slime skin. I know there's an actual word for it, but I forgot what it's called. 40 foot long with anomalous swimming capacity. SCP is capable of. Oh yeah, also the jellyfish needle says Chrysaoraclos. Jellyfish material, exactly. Just they have their own category. They're just called jellyfish material. SCP is capable of moving through any substance with greater than 0.5% water per volume, as if it were water. SCP is hostile towards human and will seek to attack anyone who enters its containment chamber. As it is not capable of moving through glass, SCP poses no threat to those not entering the tank. Well, good to know, but it still will probably fucking against where the glass where I am. SCP tentacle produces a potent venom that can lead to extreme pain, cardiac arrest, and death if not treated. Irukandji syndrome. My mom is deadly afraid of jellyfishes. She had a horrible experience in the past with a jellyfish, so she will never if she knows there's even one jellyfish in the water, she will not go in it. Which is a shame because she really loves swimming in the ocean. She loves swimming in general. But yeah. So if she found out there's a jellyfish that on purpose tries to attack you, she would hate that. Containment log SCP on 17th 1st 1997. Several reports of an extreme large jellyfish around Wellstead, Australia prompted MTF-3 without a paddle to investigate. Upon arrival, several large jellyfish matching this description were found moving through the ground within the bay. Containment achieved on one instance with the use of drying agents and digging equipment following 4 civilian casualties. And of course, in Australia, you guys also have the most deadliest jellyfishes, which, I mean, you have the most deadliest anything, but yeah. Are you guys the ones who have the ones that are massive and look like pool floats when they're above water? Because I heard a story of a kid thinking it was a pool float and then swimming towards it, but then got tangled in its tethers and then died. Or was that somewhere else? SCP is the largest of the instance. Show great distress upon the death of the other instances, becoming notably more hostile. Oh boy. 3 is used to put that simple. 3 is used to put this predictable behavior to lure SCP into a hyper-dry area, achieved with drying agents, effectively drowning it. A water tank was then built around the weakened SCP to fully encapsulate it. I believe that was somewhere else. Okay. Let's see if I can find it real quick. The jellyfish that looks like a float. Yeah, this fucking. Oh no, it's Portuguese. Yeah. It's a Portuguese jellyfish. Man of war. Man of war jellyfish. This is how it looks like. What's the size again? It might not actually be as big as I think it is, but here we go. Each part performs a very specific bodily function, which appear to be 9 to 30 centimeters long and 12 centimeters wide, and may project 15 centimeters above the water. So yeah, it is pretty big. 30 centimeters can be big. But yeah, Like, imagine, like, as a kid, you just see this, and you think, oh, that looks cool. And then it has, like, the deadliest fucking poison. Like, even, like, this image, like, it just looks so, ugh. It looks so alien. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, let's go back. Incident scared in the SCP. Yeah, because it's real. It's real, and you get instant gipped when that thing touches you. So, so this is the same incident date. Side 19 E block suffered a major security breach, resulting in 30 casualties and 4 severe injuries. As we are currently incapable of interrogating the persons involved. The motivations are unknown. Investigation into possible involvement of major GOIs is underway. So this SCP, it's not the 2338 then, I assume. SCP sound real? Oh shit. Is this your Santa isn't real moment? Now you say Santa isn't real either? Is Santa an SCP? I forgot if I read an SCP that was about Santa. Camera feed, site 19 containment. So actually, let me. Now that I think about it. Send a friend something real quick. Where is she? Oh no, I can't because I think it's too long. Wait on. Yeah, it's too long. Fuck. Okay, camera feed, site 19 containment cell, 19th 10th 2013. 11 o'clock, SCP is dormant in its tank. 11:23, SCP begins to move slowly towards the top of its tank. 11:30, an alarm sounds from another sector. SCP spins in place and begins to move quickly. Attempting to move through the glass of its tank, this activates a small alarm which is ignored with an emergency in E block. SCP is unable to move through the glass. 11:31, SCP rams the glass of its tank, forming a crack. That's what I was worried about! SCP rams again, breaking the glass. Water floods containment chamber. SCP begins to move in fast circles, steering the water as it drains. SCP-1933. Oh yeah, we had the one who was like the Santa that you give alcohol to. But it's not like. Yeah. You're right. We have that one. The one that like sweats alcohol and shit like that, and drinks alcohol nonstop. Spins. 11:32, SCP spins upwards, moving through the ceiling of the containment chamber. Okay. 11:40, SCP returns through the ceiling. It's the idea of a 12-meter SCP just. A 12-meter jellyfish just upwards to the ceiling is no thank you. 11:40, SCP returns through the ceiling of the containment chamber, moves to the center point of the room. 12:1, drains are open in containment chamber, allowing flooded water to subside. 12:5, several personnel step into SCP's chamber and converse among themselves. 12:34, SCP moves onwards towards the personnel. They begin to panic. 12:35, SCP deposits 23 bodies on the floor and returns to the center point of the room. 23 bodies. It's just like the amount of children we had in the previous one. 13:10, personnel leave containment chamber with bodies on stretchers. All of his body fluids are eggnog, which is what you're thinking of. Very good for remembering, yeah. That's what it was. But he also drinks eggnog, right? Camera feeds, site 19, E-block, low security dorm, 19/10/2013. 11:32, armed men enter the common room. 11:31, men begin to open common room doors leading to bedrooms and fire within. 11:32, a woman appears in the entrance to the common room. She is on the ground, bleeding profusely. The woman calls out, so this is Sato. 11:33, two children run out from an unopened door towards the woman. Both men turn and gun down the children. One man returns to opening bedroom doors while the other approaches the woman and shoots her in the throat. Also, why did you shoot her in the throat? Like, why not just headshot? You sadistic piece of shit. 11:34, a shadow is cast over the room. Several dozen meter long tentacles move through the walls and begin exploring the room, moving towards the gunman. They reach the first man and wrap around him. He calls out. Okay, so that's what she must have... Oh, that's why she was saying, like, it was... she felt like she was drowning in... Okay. 11:35, the second man turns around, raising his gun. A single tentacle moves quickly through his brain. He falls to the ground silently. 11:36, SCP enters the room, obscuring the camera. 11:37, SCP exits the room, leaving behind only the bodies of the two gunmen. And we have close call, closing, exit. Are you sure you want to exit? Okay, this stays the same. Next one. Okay, this is very short, nice. And then we have the tale to read. Well, this is a good one. It's really messed up, but it's really good. Like, listen, children dying is always gonna be messed up. But like, yeah, it's an interesting story. And it seems to be like multiple SCPs connected to each other for some reason. Proposed article to be instated in SCP 2338 slot as of 23rd 12 2013. Alright. Object class Euclid as special containment procedures -A and -B are to be contained within a custom reinforced airtight water tank suitable for -A size. Consistent water flow is to be maintained within the tank to mimic tidal conditions. Live fish and prawns are to be introduced twice a day for feeding. A large tube is to be inserted into -A from below its bell for transportation of mice, rats, blood samples, writing materials, and homework assignments. Personnel entering the tank are to exercise extreme caution in avoiding contact with any parts of -A. -B has been instructed to present itself for lessons at 10 a.m. EST every day, and failure to arrive within 15 minutes of this time is to be reported to -B's handler immediately. -B is to provide blood work on the 1st and 15th of each month. Why does this sound like a combination of the previous two ones we just had? -A is an unusually large black sea nettle jellyfish. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's the same footnote. Approximately 13 meters long with anomalous swimming capacity. -A is capable of moving. By the way, hold on. -14 survived, right? So who's -14 was the owl one. Okay. Sorry, it's gone. Swimming capacity. -A is capable of moving through any substance with greater than. That's the same as before. -A has room to recover during physical substance in all. Yeah, this is all the same. -B is a 12-year-old girl of Korean descent who has been biologically modified to resemble a child wearing a practically colored owl costume. -B's physique requires to be provided with live prey in order to gain proper nutrition. It is provided with vitamin supplements and medication due to health issues. -B currently resides within the bell of -A. Oh shit. So that's probably what Blaze Yuski wanted to talk about with Salt. It was like, yeah, we have a survivor, but they're inside the fucking jellyfish. Both -A and -B seem to benefit from this, with -B requiring less medication to regulate her hormone production, and -A having ceased containment breach attempts and generally become more docile. -B does not seem to be affected by -A's stinging venom and reports through ASL that she is quite content with her situation. -B signs has an altered safe sign, incorporating a downward-facing palm with wriggling fingers. Cross S fist pointed inward, transitioning to uncrossed downward-facing S fist. When asked to spell this, -B, I think it's spelled EOMI, a Korean word meaning incubator or mother. That's where the title, The Unorthodox Adoption, comes from. But we have that, which opens up the tale here. 7th June 2029. Today I watched I have to go to the bathroom real quick. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right. 7th June. Oh, hey, I want to hear. Wrong button. I want to listen to that surprise. Thank you very much. Today I watched a giant jellyfish give birth to a full-grown woman dressed in an owl costume. Okay, so it looks like she became a full-grown woman. It was strange to think that I knew it would happen today. The jellyfish flew in the humidified air, carefully allowing the woman to rest on the ground. The medical team with me was hesitant, not sure whether it was safe to go to her. I walked forward with tears in my eyes. Is this Sato? Calling out her name. Is this Sato? Did you see your baby grow up? It's not her baby, but you know what I mean. So he looked up at me, smiling, and knelt down and embraced her. I kissed the foam mask covering her head, nothing in my thoughts except how lucky I was to have her back. I finally noticed the nurses around us. They offered he a wheelchair, but she was adamant that she didn't need it. She had forgotten how long it was since she had to stand on her own. As she stood up, her weakened legs buckled, and I caught her in the arms. But a second before it happened, I could swear I saw the jellyfish reach its own arms out towards her. Then he leaned on my shoulders to support. Okay, we walked out of the containment cell. In 6 months, the Foundation will find a way to counteract Sunhee's condition, releasing her identity from the cruel mockery of her costume, giving her true self back to her. In 2 years, they will declare her non-anomalous, giving her amnestic, and release her to the world outside to a normal life. That is finally a solution, man. The amount of times I see like humanoid SCPs that get affected and the Foundation never really finds something to like counteract whatever they have makes me like they. I hope it's true. I hope it's true that they're like, yeah, we actually have something to like get you out. In 3 years, I will retire and leave my life in the Foundation behind. And the jellyfish, before my retirement, I will come to see it sometimes when they let me. The jellyfish will spend the next 3 years quietly in its containment. After that, I don't know. So this was June, and now August. It did say here in 6 months. In 6 months to Foundation, yeah. 14th August 2023. Oh, okay, we're going back in time now. Interview excerpt dash 293/J/4. Date 14th/8th 2003. Miss Ryoko Sato dash B. Miss Sato conducts a scheduled daily interaction. So this is 6 years before. Okay. Scheduled daily interaction with the anomaly for the purposes of emotional management of dash B. Interviewers have also obtained information about dash A, with which dash B has become able to communicate. Interview was conducted in ASL and transcribed from video recordings in the containment cell. This is an excerpt from a longer log spanning several hours. I think that's all we need to. I think that's all we need to do for our classes, Sunhee. Have you been able to do your exercises? Yes, thank you. It's sometimes a little difficult. There's not much room in here. That's true. But I enjoy the Pilates. I think Aomi likes it too. Really? Why does Aomi like Pilates? I don't know, she just does. It's like I said, she doesn't talk like you or me or like speaking out loud. It's just images. Feelings, right? Yeah. A bright, happy feeling when I'm stretching, or an image of tentacles stretching out too. Or sometimes she signs to me. She signs? How? Well, it's just an image of hand making the sign, really. She doesn't do it very often. Sometimes she gets the signs back to front. It's very impressive that she can sign at all. Did you teach her? Maybe. She showed me a memory of me teaching her, but I was much older. Oh. Are you okay, Sunhee? Yes, Did you say that Aomi remembers the future? Oh dear, I didn't mean to say it. Although she knew I would. Yes. Aomi remembers the future. Time goes the other way for her. From the future into the past. But how does... It's a bit confusing, but I think everything is the same, just happening in the opposite order. That's how she knows when I'm able to leave her. For her, it's already happened. Oh, that's aww. Man! Who wrote this shit? Who wrote this? Let me double check. Who the fuck? Rimple? Is this your first one? Is this your first one I read from you? Huh? It is the first one I read from you. Rimple, you mad fucker. Making me feel all these feelings. I see. You seem very confident about getting out. I hope that you're right. We haven't seen anything that suggests that Aomi will let you go. She will. There's lots that you don't know about Aomi. Like, I don't think the glass would stop her getting out. If she really wanted to. Are you sure? Yeah, I certainly hope she never really wants to. Oh, I don't think so. She likes it when I'm happy, and I'm happy staying here because then you can visit. You'll keep visiting, right? Of course, Sunhee. And perhaps you can tell me more about Aomi sometime. Like where she comes from. Which bit of her? What do you mean? Well, there's kind of separate parts. Aomi tried to explain once. The images didn't really make sense, but I think this is like... Well, it's like... Yes? Oh, it's like a costume. Like my costume. Something that you can put on, although I don't know about taking it off. Hey, Sunhee. It's okay. They work something out. So you mean you're wearing a jellyfish costume over your owl costume? No, that's not it. I know I'm inside Aomi, but I'm not really inside her. My mind isn't inside her. I mean, She sometimes gets frustrated by that. I think it would be easier to communicate if my mind was traveling in the jellyfish costume too. So you could put your mind inside the jellyfish? I guess. It only showed me how, but she made me promise not to do it. It would mean I go backwards through time as well, and Naomi says I have got to keep traveling forwards to the day I get out. It's definitely good to have something to look forward to. You don't believe me, do you? That's okay. Naomi says you wouldn't right now, but you will. Naomi seems to know a lot of things. She does, Miss Sato. She really does. Hey, would you turn the TV on for me when you leave today? End of excerpt. And now we're going even further back, 10 years. 19th October 2013, which is the incident, logs compiled from the multiple camera feeds. Site 19 codename is Cell. 1310, Foundation medical staff enter with stretchers. So this must be when they found out that Sun Hee is like inside the jellyfish, bearing the bodies of 22 children and one unconscious, heavily injured woman. Personnel laid the bodies on the floor of the cell before leaving. SCP following the center point of the room. 1235. SCP descends to the floor of the ceiling, gathering the ceiling. Oh hey. Gathering the bodies and lifting them up. It places the body of the woman on top of its bell and cradles the children in its tentacles. 1234. Several personnel enter the chamber in a state of panic. They see SCP and become calmer, watching as SCP floats up towards the ceiling of the cell. The personnel soon cease to pay attention to SCP, which remains still, holding the children for almost an hour. 1205. Foundation staff leaves the chamber. Shortly thereafter, water bubbles up from drains in the floor, flooding the cell. 1140. SCP floats further upwards, carrying the body through the ceiling of the cell. Site 19. E-block low security dorm. 1137. SCP enters the common room. The bodies of the two men are lying on the ground. SCP lifts the unconscious woman from its bell and carefully deposits her in the entrance to the room. 1136. SCP remains hovering over the woman. So that's why, okay, so that explains how, I guess, how this jellyfish was able to, like, predict that the men were showing up. But I wonder if there was, like, I guess it's set in stone, the future that it sees, because it could have broken out and saved the children. That's always a problem with, like, being able to put, like, with clairvoyance and time and all that stuff. The tentacles reach out in several directions, bearing the children's bodies through the doorway into nearby bedrooms. The tentacles lay the children in their beds, resting for a second on their faces or shoulders before retreating to SCP. The children are placed on the floor of the common room. 1135. SCP retreats behind the wall of the room. A single tentacle reaches out to the body of one of the men, stroking his head. The man rises from the ground, alive. 1134. Oh yeah, we're going backwards in time now. Okay. Oh. I didn't even realize it was like time-wise it was going backwards. Okay. Several dozen tentacles embrace the body. 1135. Yeah, 1134. Several dozen tentacles embrace the body of the other man, lifting him to his feet near the body of the woman. He calls out, alive, and the tentacle releases him. 1133. The woman appears to be regaining consciousness. The man near her points an implement at her, healing a wound on her neck. He walks over to the other man and they turn to the children on the floor, bringing them back to life. The children run into one of the bedrooms. 1131. The men walk from the bedroom to bedroom, healing the children within. After a short time, they leave the common room. And this says, logs compiled from mobile camera feeds. How does that work? Is this like... Is this how she sees it? Is this the images that she saw? 4th February 2012. It is mid-afternoon. And that's why we're going back in time as well. Because this is what she saw first. And now we're going... Okay. In the mid-afternoon, the classroom is full of bright colors, pastel drawings on the walls, festooned with strings of paper stars. The young teacher is sitting in front of the class. A large picture book popped on her knee. The book is called Creatures of the Deep. The teacher is pointing at the vivid images of fantastical underwater beasts. Spider crabs, sunfish, blue whales. The teacher signs to the class, explaining where they come from and how they live. The children are sitting on the floor, little menagerie in cheerful costumes. They stare at the pictures spellbound. Occasionally one will sign a question, then the teacher calls on them. They raise their hand. The teacher flips slowly backwards through the pages of the book. Once she is momentarily distracted, was that a shadow in the room? The moment passed. She resumed signing. Okay. The jellyfish came out before. The signing is backwards too, but I can follow it. I've had 20 years to learn. The first 3 were the hardest before suddenly came back to me. But I kept myself company when they left me. So this is definitely the jellyfish saying this. Now the teacher turns back to the page showing a giant squid. A little boy in an octopus costume jumps up and dances around, showing off. He is ridiculous and he doesn't care. The teacher is grinning and half the children are signing at once. The other half is rolling with silent laughter. A little over a year, the children will be gone. Delivered by the Foundation to men who will move their costumes and return them to their families. Until then, I come to see them. Sometimes whenever I can. In 15 years, the Foundation will take my tank from its cell, transport me thousands of miles, and release me on this remote beach in Australia. Of course in Australia. I will hurt people. I think that being abandoned by the Foundation must make me angry. But where the heart breaks, time can mend it. And the Foundation will bring to life other jellyfish, perhaps companions, perhaps children. After that, I don't know. Okay, that's why she's angry at them, because... Oh, this is so cool! And that's why Unorthodox as well. Like, it's... oh my god, this is so good. This one is so good. It deserves way more rating than this. Damn. That was awesome. That shit was awesome. I loved it. That was so cool. So many steps and so many side stories, and it is written perfectly. That every new section builds from the previous one. It's beautiful, heart-wrenching, and of course perfectly anomalous. Loved it. That is awesome. That was awesome, honestly. I'm glad I read the whole thing and today, even though like my nose is suffering, I'm glad I did. I'm really glad I did. This was so good. It was so good.